Alright, well, I'm back at it here again with another little project. I'm kind of putting a rush job on this one so I can maybe have it done in time to take down to our daughters when we go. And anyways, what you're looking at is a miniature rock box, or box blade, as they call them. I have a unit from the 3-point hitch that does an awesome job, and I thought I would make a miniature version so my daughter could use it behind her lawn tractor. So this is what I've got so far. Anyways, obviously it's got to have a hitch put on it. I'm working on making, it's going to have 8-inch wheels on it that fold up out of the way, so when you drag it on the ground, they're up and not causing any issues. And then there's going to be a lever that you pull, and it's going to rotate the wheels down underneath of it, lifting the rock box up off of the ground so that you can just pull it. So when you need to move this from place to place without dragging it on the ground, you can do that. So lots of work to do to it yet, and I'll bring you some updates along the way. But I just wanted to give you a look at the rough frame that I've got done so far. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool. They have a bunch of trails that they've been putting in their woods to be able to for walking paths, or even riding their mini bikes on. So I thought this might be a pretty cool thing for them to drag along the trails and keep them smoothed off. So I'll be back with more updates. Alright guys, I'm back with an update here on the pull behind rock box or box blade. Show you what I've got done to it. So anyways, I closed this ends in here. I had that cut. Got a lot of grinding to do to smooth things out. Most important part about it is the cutter blade, and this was 3 rotary blades out of a big grinder, and they were too small to be used anymore, and I ended up cutting them down in length and welding them together and making a solid cutter blade. Pretty hard stuff. It's more prone to chip than it is to cut. Matter of fact, it took me a little while to figure out how I was going to weld such a hard material onto these soft pieces of tubing, but I got her in there, got it done. I think it's going to be nice and strong. Got the wheels put on, and so basically you drop this. These are on a shoulder bolt so that they'll spin. This bolt here lines it up, and if you want to change it, so this would be the position you see the wheels in right now, would be the position they'd be when you're dragging this along using it. And if you want to lift the box up off of the ground, you're going to pull the pin, and I don't know if I can do this one-handed or not here. I'm going to set the camera down for a sec. Anyways, so yeah, you rotate this up past that. This swings out of the way. Pull it back, drop your pin in, and now you've got all kinds of ground clearance here, and you can take off and get from point A to point B or back again. And when you get to where you want to, when you want to start using it again, like I say, all you're going to do is you're just going to pull this pin out and drop it down. Put your pin back in, and wheel can't go anywhere. Wheel's actually just barely rolling on the ground when this is flat on the ground, but it has a little bit of give in case it runs up on something, so that the wheels aren't trying to hold the actual cutter blade up. So yeah, I think it's coming along pretty darn good. So anyways, yeah, these wheels were off an old air compressor that I junked, and I know they're just plastic, they don't have any bearings or anything in them, but I'll oil or grease all these pivot points real good once I get everything tore apart and painted and put back together. So the hitch is really about the only thing that's left to do on this. I mean, obviously I need to put a coupler on here, but my plan for this is this would be, you know, when you're using the box, so that this can come and go as the ground does. But when you want to put the wheels down and actually pull this, the only thing that would happen if you don't do something here is you're just going to jack the back of this up, and then the front's still going to fall down because this pivots. Well, the reason this hole is in here is because I'm going to take a piece of heavy steel that's going to go from here to here, put a hole through it, and I'm going to weld a nut on the bottom of this, a half-inch nut. There'll be a half-inch bolt that goes through there, and I'll probably weld like a T-handle or something on it. And so when you're using it like this, that piece is going to be up here on the tongue, tightened down. When you want to go mobile, you'll loosen this up, spin the piece around so that it's over top of this tube, tighten it back down, and now this will lift the front up. So that's my plan anyways. I don't know if I'll run into any snags when I start that or not, but yeah, calling for a bunch of rain starting tonight for the next few days. So I'm going to scoop this up and put it in the shed, try to keep it dry so I can keep working on it and get ready to do some painting. So wow, these roosters are something. I think a few of these guys maybe need to go in the freezer for the winter. Alright, hey, I'll be back with another update on this. Hopefully it won't be too long. We'll see you later. Alright guys, so just thought I'd give you another little update here. Got a rainy day going on, but had a little break in the weather, enough for me to do a couple things to the this pull behind box blade, and I'll show you what those were. So I think on the last video I talked about how when this is in transport mode, you got to have some way to pick the front up too. So what I ended up doing here was I had this heavy piece of aluminum, already had the hole in it, was shaped like that, everything. This was from an old door latch from a bird pen that I had. So all I did was I just happened to have this eye bolt, which actually it becomes a little handier than using a bolt that I got to weld a handle or something on for turning. And I just welded a nut on the bottom. That's a clearance hole that goes through there. So this is how it's going to work when it's in work mode. And then when you want to transport, you're just going to loosen this up, and you're going to move the handle up here, and see if I can do this while running the camera. I don't think I can. Alright, there you go. And now this goes back and hits there and picks this whole thing up. So it'll be up off the ground with the wheels, and then this will pick the front up, sitting on the ball of whatever you're pulling it with. So yeah, that's what I did this morning on this rainy day. So I think I'm about at the stage where I need to start getting everything tore back apart, cleaned up, and painted. And yeah, I got some weld splatter and some rough edges I'm gonna grind off, and other than cleaning it, painting it, and putting a ball coupler on it, I'd say it's ready to go to work. So yeah, I'm actually pretty proud of how this one turned out. I've built a lot of stuff over the years, and this was a cool little project that I wanted to do. So I think it's going to come in pretty handy for smoothing and leveling off little walking paths and trails and stuff. But if I can, I'll even try to bring you some working footage of it once we get it down to my daughters. But for now, yeah, I'm just going to start cleaning and painting everything, and once it's all painted up, and I'll turn the video camera on one last time, and hopefully I'll have a ball coupler on it then too. So, all right, we'll catch you on the next one. All right, guys, I'm back with the final installment here on the homemade pull-behind box blade, and I just wanted to give you a little walk around now that I got it painted and all put back together again. The only thing I have left to do is put some lock washers and nuts on the two bolts, putting the new coupler on, and but yeah, I think it turned out really nice. I think it's going to do a good job. So yeah, I had purple paint left over from the last project, so it became purple. But yeah, I think it's going to do a really sweet job. So just to kind of recap, anyways, this is going to be used behind a lawn tractor, small tractor, to smooth and clear off some hiking trails and things like that. And I think it's going to do a good job. I could be totally wrong, but I think it's going to work pretty darn good. I know my 3-point hitch box blade that I have for the Kubota, man, it does a fantastic job. So, but yeah, so like on this, I think from the last video, one of the things I decided to do is I added some length here. I actually installed some handles on here, and so when you pull this pin, now you got something to kind of hang on to. Rotate that over and drop your bolt back in. Well, I guess I dropped the bolt down through the pallet, but anyways, yeah, so without those handles, you got to kind of get your fingers underneath of it and wiggle it up in the air. So I added these handles to it, and yeah, same way when you let it down, of course you're just gonna, put it back down, rotate it over, and drop the, I'm calling them pins, but they're painted bolts. And yeah, I see it now. Yeah, hang on here. Okay, we're back. But anyways, yeah, so drop the pin back in the hole. This is when you're going to be using it, and obviously both the wheels folded up will be transport, and this is in using mode right here. So and then for transport, this will just loosen up. Swing this around, tighten it back down. Like so. And now this will pick the front up, and the wheels will have the back picked up. So yeah, I think it's going to do a good job, and hopefully down the road here I'll give you some actual working videos of the unit, but I just wanted to try and get this finished up. Going to be making a trip down to my daughter's, and I made this for her to pull behind her little garden tractor. So yeah, hopefully this will be a a pretty cool little item for them to have. But so anyways, yeah, staying busy. Weather's starting to get cold, but I still got a few more projects I'm going to try to crank out here before it gets too cold where I don't want to be out messing with stuff like this. And obviously the temperatures, you're getting to the point to where it's pretty tough to do any painting now. So yeah, hey, if you like this, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, share my videos. Please check out my channel. I've got all kinds of homemade equipment, DIY stuff that I've done over the years, and if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check it out. I'd appreciate it. So alrighty, until I see you back here on another project, be safe, take care.